H here, also known as Lady Emma. This is just a quick video, you know, to be honest. I just wanted to talk about this hair here, like, you know, this Afro kinky hair. Do you know how long I've wanted to leave my house just like this? I mean, I've made maybe 2 attempts before, but I used the Eco Styling Gel. And I really went up and had my corkscrew curly hair, and I thought, oh, your hair look coolly. And I really liked it, but I wasn't confident. I was faking it. I was bragging it. I was acting. And I was just like, God, like, I really want to just be able to walk out my house one day just like this and feel no way. So today, woke up, took out my little twists. I was going to, you know, those fat, chunky twists. And so I'm going to do it today. I am going to walk out my house today just like this. It's crazy because I don't know why we have such an issue with our hair. Well, I do know. I'm not even going to lie, actually. I was the weave queen. I mean, I was wearing weave from I don't know, maybe when I was about 14. And it's crazy because I was flipping my hair every week. I was buying hair every week. I mean, premium now weren't expensive. I mean, $8.99 for what, 2 10 inches? Tell me if you remember that. So yeah, I was flipping it up, you know. And then when I got a little bit more money, it was premium plus. No, it weren't plus. I don't know, the gold orange packet, so the next level. Then I moved on to the Milky Way, and I was like, yeah, we made it, darling. And I was chopping it up and, you know, putting all the layers in. And especially when when Brazilian came out, who had money for Brazilian? I mean, to get a decent set, you're spending just about £300, because sometimes it was really rare, and it was raw hair. It wasn't I mean, they call it Brazilian hair, but it's not Brazilian hair. It's like Brazilian hair, so like for like. Yeah, but then it was a lot more pure, and, you know, I didn't have that money. Even though I was the hairdresser that was putting it into other people's hair, I did not have that money. So I used to use Milky Way. But I really used to, like, you know, when you just have the layers and you just, like, I'm sure I've got some pictures somewhere of really layering it up and making it look like it was Brazilian. I mean, I was washing it like it was Brazilian. I was using the bendy rollers like it was Brazilian. And yeah, and everyone thought it was Brazilian. I was quite proud of that until I was able to afford Brazilian. Yeah, it's crazy because you just keep using the hair and not ever thinking that you're going to like your own hair. And I understand why we don't like our own hair, but we really need to learn. So I am feeling this movement natural team. I've been natural for about, I think it's coming up to 5 years. Yeah, my hair should be down my back by now, but I wasn't looking after it. I guess you think that when you cut off the relaxer, you think, yeah, it's just going to grow. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to nurture your hair. You have to look after your hair. So yeah. You see, I never knew what my hair actually looked like. My hair was relaxed from the age of 4. I think that's child abuse, by the way. Yeah, I think my hair was relaxed from the age of 4, so I never knew what my hair looked like. And I just remember doing other people's hair and thinking, like, I don't want to be an old lady, or should I say a more mature lady, and not have hair on my head. I don't want to get married and my husband like, no, I got some hair. So I had a cousin, shout out to my cousin, who encouraged me to just chop it off. So I grew it out for a year, and once you grow out the relaxer for a year, there's not a lot of growth. I mean, it's about, I don't know, maybe about 3 inches, about 3 inches growth. I always tell people to grow out the relaxer at least for a year, just so you can still braid it, plait it, and put on a wig or weave or extensions or cornrows or whatever. You can still have protective hairstyles if you've got at least about 3 inches. And then I chopped it off. And I had long hair as a, you know, when it was relaxed, but it was just broken and thin. And it was always in a weave, so I didn't even get why I was relaxing it as well as weaving it. So yeah, I chopped it. My cousin encouraged me to chop it. Once it was chopped, I was like, oh my gosh, what have I just done? I've got no hair left. I remember going upstairs and my dad looked at me like, you know, what have you done? And I was thinking, Dad, you haven't even shown me that you've cared about my hair. Now that it's chopped off, you care. So that was quite interesting. And then I think my mum was really upset. And it's understandable because I guess you're thinking, my baby, like, I've grown that hair for how many years and you've just gone and cut it like it didn't mean anything. But it is the best decision I've made. and I love it. Like, you know, I do love it. It is a lot of work. Well, do you know what? It's not a lot of work. Let me even scrap that. Scrap that. It's not a lot of work. It's us. We need to learn. We need to learn how to get to know our hair. We need to learn how to love our hair, because loving our hair is a part of loving ourselves. So if we want to go out there saying I love myself, then and you don't love your hair, then you don't, because your hair's part of you. Your hair's part of your glory. So I'm just really encouraging girls to really take care of their hair, please. You know, there's nothing wrong with weaves, because I install weaves in people's hair. I don't have weaves myself anymore because my hair is just not having it. But I wear a lot of wigs and I go in between. And I know a lot of people say, where do I start? I don't know what products to use. And to be honest, it's trial and error. You won't know until you try it. So definitely try and invest. It's funny because if we're buying a serum for our hair that's $11.99 for our weaves, it's okay. But when it's for our hair, it's too expensive. Like, are we all right? Like, seriously? Like, seriously? Like, we really need to get our priorities straight. That includes myself too, because it still buns me to go and buy a shampoo that's like $11.99. I'm like, what is it? Is it a Miracle Growth? But then if it was a Tresemme or a Aussie, or, you know, whatever you use, you wouldn't hesitate. So please, girls, you know, try and look after your hair. It's crazy because I find that the men are looking after their hair a lot more than we are. They're looking after themselves a lot more than we are. You know, we need to look after what we have. I have no issues with weaves and you know, artificial pieces in our hair, because like I said, I installed it. But I still think that we need to look after what we have. And if it means cutting it off and start again, then cut it off and start again. Don't be afraid to do so. So yeah, that was it really.